Millions around the world waiting for updates on Damar Hamlin, the 24-year-old Buffalo Bills safety who went into cardiac arrest following a terrifying collapse last night. Hamlin went down shortly after a hit with Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins. Quickly got up after the tackle for about 3 seconds, but then took 2 steps before collapsing back onto the turf. Medics rushing him to University of Cincinnati Hospital after performing CPR for several minutes.
I think we're seeing and hearing a tremendous amount of speculation about what could cause a sudden cardiac arrest. I think the question is, was this a primary cardiac event? Was it a primary neurologic event, or a combination?
And his mother watching the collapse from the stands, now at his hospital bedside. The game was postponed, and the league's commissioner saying the Bills-Bengals game will not be resumed this week. The NFL tweeted this today, a statement from Hamlin's family reading, "On behalf of our family, we want to express our sincere gratitude for the love and support shown to Damar during this challenging time. We are deeply moved by the prayers, kind words, and donations from fans around the country." And while situations like what transpired last night are rare, it is something athletic trainers do prepare for. Their swift response and execution of an emergency plan is crucial in these situations. That's according to athletic trainer Troy Cleese with the Unity Point Health Sports Medicine and Concussion Center. Cleese says an emergency action plan typically lays out the personnel involved and their corresponding roles, the resources and equipment available, the chain of communication, and procedures to follow. When these plans have to be carried out, Cleese says preparation is key to a quick and possibly life-saving response.
Everybody has a role, and everybody has a job, and everybody has their place in that emergency action plan. And so everybody practices that, they know that, so that when that scenario develops, it's a very finely tuned performance that takes place.
Cleese also said that emergency action plans vary depending on the sport and that they really should be reviewed each year before the season starts. While medical staff rushed to Hamlin's side within seconds, what happens if someone has cardiac arrest and there's no doctor or nurses in sight? Local 5's Mary Sugden joins us to explain what life-saving care you can give in those critical first minutes.
Stephanie, do something. That's the message from first responders who want me to stress that whether it's chest compressions or getting an AED, everyday people can save lives in a cardiac arrest if they act fast.
First responders have the gadgets and high-tech gear to save your life. But in a cardiac arrest, they say you have the tools to save someone else's life.
All you have to do is press on their chest.
Every minute that ticks by without someone performing CPR is critical to the patient.
Each minute can lessen the chances of survival by about 10 to 15%.
The American Heart Association recommends bystanders give hands-only CPR, meaning only chest compressions, no breaths. Out of the roughly 300 cardiac arrests Des Moines Fire responds to a year, they say not enough people are performing chest compressions.
We still only see about 60% of those cases that bystander CPR is being performed when we get there.
And while those compressions are happening, the next step should be for someone else to get an AED. Pictures on the electrodes show you exactly where they need to go.
It's impossible to injure that patient or to shock someone in a situation where you shouldn't have shocked them.
Push shock button.
And even if you've never opened one before, the device will coach you along.
It will advise you that there could be a shock that could be delivered at that time, or it may say shock is not advised, continued CPR, or to not continue CPR if that patient has a pulse.
Once fire and EMS arrive, they'll take over, using technology like the Lucas device.
The machine can do chest compressions perfectly 100% of the time and without getting tired.
Ultimately, first responders want you to not be afraid of harming the patient.
This person is clinically dead. They don't have a perfusing rhythm. They don't have a heartbeat. They're not breathing. So doing something for them is better than not doing anything at all.
Now, if you ever need to give compressions, trainers recommend keeping your pace in line with the Bee Gees song, Staying Alive. Now, that comes out to about 100 to 120 compressions a minute. And if you have someone else there with you, make sure that you trade off to keep your stamina until first responders arrive. Stephanie?